Speaker played 6 seasons for his hometown team, the New Orleans Saints, from 2001 to 2006, and of course earned Pro Bowl honors, was an All-Pro in 2002, 5 kick returns for touchdowns, caught a touchdown pass, went on to play for the 49ers. We managed to forget that. He now serves as an ambassador for the Saints, who of course host the Baltimore Ravens on Monday Night Football tonight, 7:30 in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Please give a warm quarterback club welcome to Michael Lewis. Michael?
Well, I'm going to be brief like Coach was. I mean, I don't coach, so I don't know what's going on with him. So I don't have no stories like Coach did. He coached the DBs over there. He's a coordinator. I don't coach nobody. I don't do nothing. What I do is stand out in the community, do my job. I smile pretty every day, every game day. When you see me, I'm always smiling. So that's the job that I do. So, you know, the only thing that I can say that I'm happy about, you know, I watched football all day yesterday, man, you know, and Atlanta never turns me down. You know, they're always doing things that I need them to do. So the best thing that they did was lose yesterday. So now we're back in first place, and like I was, you know, thinking about it coming over here, I'm saying to myself, like, you know what, we rule our own destination. It's up to us to do what we have to do. So, you know, we got to go out there and go on the field and do what we have to do, you know, and look like, you know what I'm saying, it's the most important things that we don't finish. And I think it's time for us to start finishing, because it doesn't matter what it is when you get to the playoff, because of 0-0. That's all we need to do is win our division. We get a home game. I mean, we always say we can win at home, but the last 2 games wasn't so pretty, so we didn't win them 2 games. So I guess we can start this back up tonight when we're playing against Baltimore. You know, I don't have much to say about it. I know y'all been asking about 1,000 questions, so you know what? Look, I've been in front of the firing squad. Nobody wanted to come down there and talk to Kenny because, you know, they ain't want to get shot. You know, they always throw me out there in front of the firing squad, like, you know, like I'm bulletproof or whatever. But, you know, I'm going to do my best to block these bullets y'all about to shoot at me. So, you know what? Come on, start firing. Dude.
You know I was going to ask you a question. The last time the Ravens were in the Superdome was the Super Bowl that they won, and the blackout Super Bowl. So,
yeah.
And it's also been reported that this is the team that Sean Payton or Drew Brees has never beaten before. So my question is, if it gets ugly, are you ready to pull the plug in the Superdome tonight?
Well,
and you're fast enough to get away.
You know what, I feel like they say, you know, you got to start somewhere. So, you know what, since Sean and Drew never beat these guys, I think it'll start tonight. You know, that happening, I'm just going to say it like this here. I think that was the best thing that happened for a Super Bowl was the plug to be pulled, because it looked like it was going to be an ugly Super Bowl until that happened. And then it made it like everybody stopped watching the game until the plug happened. They're like, what's going on? So I don't think we need to pull the plug tonight. I just think, you know, we need to just stay strong in all 3 phases. And, you know, it's becoming a problem with us. And, you know, me, I'm always on the sideline at first, but when I look at our team, you know, it's like, you know, something always goes wrong. You know, I think we just need to be together with all 3 phases. I'm talking about, you know, offense, defense, and special team. We got to make something happen, and then it don't look good, because I don't follow the team about who getting hurt. I don't want to hear about who getting hurt, because I know those days of being hurt. I don't want to know about it. But, you know, when you start losing guys, you know, you got to take these other guys that's there. You know, they get paid a lot of money. They just got to step up and start playing football. That's all I can see. So I don't think we're going to need to pull the plug tonight. You know, before I pull the plug, I think I'll put a uniform on before I pull the plug. But those days are over with, so you're not going to get that to happen. So we're just going to move on over to something else. But I don't think we're going to need it. I think we're going to be all right tonight. Yes, sir.
I was going to say, you talked about the Atlanta game yesterday, and obviously at the end of the game, the clock management was
horrible.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So,
I mean, that's for us, but...
Well, no, it's great for us.
Yes.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe anything. But, so as a player, say and your coach just does whatever he did. I mean, I don't know, behind the scenes, what are players saying about that? I mean, when you're out by yourself, obviously not talking.
Well, if I'm by myself, I'm cussing everybody out that we lost, because I'm by myself, I can do that.
You and the other players are hanging out.
I mean, you know what? I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you went down and you scored. You did what you had to do, you know. Then you put everything out on defense, you know. Well, just say if they did do the clock management right. They did everything they needed to do, wait all the way down to the last 2 seconds, and then kick a field goal. What if you miss it? Then you're going to say, well, they should have scored and then put it on the defensive back.
I don't know if I'd go that far the other way. One was pretty egregious, and one would have been, oh, well and kick a miss at night.
See, you still, any way it goes, it's still.
Well is supposed to be.
I'm happy, you know, that they did what they did, but see, this is the thing that I always tell people. I mean, because it's a catch-22. You know, if you do something good, just like when we did to San Francisco to go to the NFC Championship game, when we went to San Francisco, my whole thing was, I'm like, you know, don't score, hold up, too much time. I mean, you leave time on the clock, you're giving a team opportunity to make something happen. But then when you don't have that much time, and just like you say, you get up there and you got a guy that shank it, like, I mean, you know, it happens. Then what? Then everybody say, man, they should have left more time on the clock, or they should have did something else. So it becomes bad either way it goes, you know. So you actually put all the pressure. It ain't the coaches. The coaches only can coach. I mean, you call timeout or whatever, but you know, it all falls down on the players. Coach only can do so much. He can't walk out there and put a uniform on the board. You know, he can give you all the tools. You know, it's up to you how you go about, you know, who wanted the most. You know, and me, I'm telling you, me, I had a Cleveland Brown hat on my head yesterday. If y'all would have known, I was cheering, I was jumping up and down because I knew one thing: when they lost, that puts us right back in first place. So that gave us another momentum for tonight to keep everything going. So that's the reason why I was happy that they lost. But I know Atlanta, you know, they talk all that there. I don't even want to. I feel how you feel about the Atlanta thing. You know, I don't care if they get a new stadium. They don't deserve that Super Bowl.
Final thought, something you know a lot about, the kicking game and return game, the rules of kickoffs, so many touchbacks, you don't even get a chance to return kickoffs, and then the Saints punt return game was not going to be like what they are. Just thoughts about those two.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Me, I wish that I was playing at this age now, because you have guys that's going to take some things out and make returns. And the reason why is that you don't have guys coming down full speed like they used to do when I had a chance to play, because I was on special team. When I can get and stand at the 20-yard line and the kicker get ready to kick, and I can run full speed. By the time a guy get ready to catch the ball, I'm almost at the 10-yard line waiting for him to catch the ball. So that's hard when you got to wait for it and guys are coming that close. But when you sit back there and guys only get 5 yards to take off running, the problem that we have with special team, in my eyesight, are, you know, it starts with up front, the blocking part. You know, I just think we're not holding up good enough for those guys back there to catch the ball to make returns. You know, people come to me and be like, you know, Mike, what's the problem? You know, I can say a lot of different things. I'm not out there coaching. I'm not trying to coach or whatever. But from what I see and from playing those positions, it starts up front. I mean, you got to give a guy enough opportunity to catch the ball, to have time to do something. And I think that's where we're falling back at on a lot of things when it comes down to our punt return teams. And I had one of the coaches, he came to me and he was like, you know, man, Brandon Cook could have returned one of the punts. I said, okay, he could have returned one punt and he had, what, about 30 of them? 1 out of 30, that don't look good. And I had to break him down. I was like, look, pull up everything, and I'm going to show you why it makes it bad for a return guy that can't return the ball. When you look at, when they punt the ball, your guys are actually chasing the guy 90% of the time. How am I returning something when I got to dodge that player and the guy that's chasing the ball? So when I start showing him what was wrong and what was right or whatever, he started to understand what I look as a returner, what I see, what goes on. And I think that's what it starts up at, you know, and I just think it just needs to be cleaned up and coached a little bit better. But, you know, I have no say-so in that because I'm not coaching. But, you know, if I was a coach, you know, that's why I would start.
What's your 40 today?
I can beat some of those guys on that field, but I'm just going to keep it to myself. Because I'll tell you what I run in the 40, then you're like, oh, Mike, you still got it. You need to go suit up. Then I'm going to tell you, I'm 43 years old. I don't want to get beat up no more. I wake up on Monday morning and my body ain't hurting. I'm good. I mean, I can go and talk to them. I mean, I can say some things, but I'm not going to get out there and I'm not coaching. I'm not trying to coach. But, you know, it does hurt me a lot when I see special team and I'm out there and I'm looking. It does make me mad. And sometimes it makes me want to go out there and say, you know what, man, I got 7 years of this, and I'm not talking about coaching, but playing it. You know, I should go out and help. And then I think about the hours that those coaches put in. Coach put in all those hours. I think about that, and I say, you know what, man, I like to be in my bed at 9 o'clock sometimes. So I kind of shy away from it. But, you know, special team, I think, is a big part. And I don't think, you know, those guys really understand the true meaning of what special team is. And That's what I think we need to do. It ain't more about what they do on the field, but I think it starts up in the classroom of getting those guys to buy into how important it is as being a special team person.
Anyone else?
Man, that's what I like about this club. Y'all will never have no problems. Thank y'all.